Welcome back to another episode of our renovation, but this time it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. However, not so much at our renovation. Look how bare, empty and unfestive this is. The end of this renovation is nowhere in sight. So while we wait, let's decorate this property to get into the festive spirit. On the top of my Christmas list is steels. We've been waiting for them for a while and hopefully they'll be delivered soon so we can proceed. But while we wait, let me catch you up in what we've been doing the last episode. We've been getting rid of asbestos, and we got rid of this dirty ass toilet and dirty ass sink.
Ew.
We also took down the majority of the chimney so it would weigh less when it's getting suspended. If you want to know why we're getting it suspended instead of getting it removed, please see the last episode where we'll explain it in detail. Before we proceed to show you what else we've been doing, let me give you a tour of the house as it is now. The last time you saw us, we had to fill up the skip, and we did. Now there's lots more to add. As you can see all over the floor, we took down loads of walls, so we've got more skips to come. As you can see, the original loft ladder is still there and it's very difficult to work with, so that one is getting removed and replaced. The bathroom is missing walls, so no privacy. However, there is no bathroom anyway, so who really cares? And this is the room where the chimney suspension will happen in the ceiling, so as you can see, we've taken the ceiling down. Now let's get cracking and tell you what we've been doing end of October and most of November, which is painting the whole outside of the house. And I'm not gonna lie, I only did like maybe 1 square meter and left the rest to Brad because he's a lot better at it and I got frustrated because it took forever.
1 eternity later.
And here you can see this is literally only the first coat and we still have to do the rendering of the windows and the downstairs. But I'm not even going to show you everything that we're doing, but you'll just see the final result because who wants to see someone paint over and over and over again? Now let's get cracking with the rendering and pebbledash on the other windows that we blocked up. But first, external insulation. Now why would you do that, Kirsten? Great question. If you've seen our previous videos, you know that the original wall of this property is thin. It's about 300 mils thick and there's nothing else other than those concrete slabs. A normal property would usually have 2 walls on the outside with a little bit of a cavity, but this one doesn't have that at all and it will not keep the heat in. That's why about 15 years ago they added external insulation to this property and they rendered over the top. Even though we added thick brick, we still need to add some external insulation because there's not 2 walls. And what we used was 20 mils of EPS Jeblite. We attached it with some drywall foam and now started the first coat of rendering. Most importantly, we added the glass fiber mesh, which will really keep things together. It's time to finish the rendering of the windows that we've taken out. So we did a first layer last week where we put the mesh, and now it's time to put the last layer and then we put the pebbledash. So I hope that's going to go well because it's very hard to sort of mimic what was already there and then paint over it and really just make it like it blends in. So I do hope we can pull it off, but it is really, really difficult. But thankfully with the painting, it is going to look at least so much better. And it does already. And if you think this looks easy, it's absolutely not, especially this curved bit. And then the best thing is yet to come, which is pebble dashing. This was the absolute worst. I was so frustrated and I dropped so many swear words. At that point, I was just Max Verstappen. It's just a Dutch in me. We're very expressive and I guess we take it out by swearing. Here's the result. It's not perfect, but once it's painted, it might look alright. Today is Thursday. Tuesday is when the scaffolding is being picked up. So we're racing against time. Right, so my husband's supposed to be here today, but he's unwell. And he's not been in the videos for a while because he's been working really hard. And sometimes he comes to say hi when he's like working like 8 minutes away from here. But other than that, he's not been here. So it's just been me and Brad, but obviously we're paying Brad. Now we only, we need to maintain like a good amount of days that we're using him before, it sort of money runs out on that sort of pot. So he's not here today. It's just me and myself, but the guys who are putting the dropped kerb in are coming today. So super exciting. And I can't wait to see how that goes. So they're back tomorrow as well to finish off the job. But today they're digging out the actual drop kerb and tomorrow they're laying the asphalt. So I'm not alone. Now I'm going to be cleaning the fascia and painting the fascia to give the house a nice pop because the outside is now white amazing. And yeah, the rest is going to be sort of anthracite, like the windows are going to be anthracite, the boxes outside, and then hopefully the fascia, and it will really increase the curb appeal, which is very necessary when you're selling on a property. So fingers crossed, everything will go well, and I might even have time to clean the gutters, who knows. I was not looking forward to this job. I really hate painting, especially the cleaning beforehand and prepping. But the guys were on their way and they were absolutely amazingly funny. I really enjoyed having them around, although I did not enjoy this painting work. Especially the cutting in was horrible with the pebbledash. I would not recommend it to anybody. This is day 2 and the guys have finished. It's looking amazing. Now all I need is a driveway to match it. Not quite sure where the boys left that one there. I assume they forgot it. Getting a dropped curb is not cheap. The application fee is about £450, but you can do a pre-application for half the price. At that point, you'll know if you'll get rejected or not. And here we see a BT manhole cover. In the forum, I read online that these can cause you a lot of problems and you might need to spend £4,000 to get it moved. Thankfully, that was not the case for us. So in total, we spent £430 in application fees and £1,650 in the actual laying of the dropped curb. I have some visitors today in the property helping me out. I've just painted the whole fascia. It's finally full anthracite grey. And then we've cleaned the gutters as well, so they can go back up tomorrow. And yeah, my mum and her partner are here. So these can go back up tomorrow. Fascia is all done. We just need to paint those bits there. Obviously the white, the rendered bits that need to be painted white, cream. So then we are ready for the scaffolding to go down, obviously when the gutter is back up. And so we say bye-bye to our guests and proceed with painting, because obviously we haven't painted the rendered bit. So we've proceeded with that and I can't wait to show you the results, which is now. So as you can see, you kind of can see that it's blending in. It doesn't look too obvious, but you can never get it perfect. This is the last full day we have before the scaffolding is going down, so we are putting back the gutters. We also had to get a few new clips for the downpipe since we had to paint it behind it, but that all worked out in the end and it looks beautiful. This is what the property looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. Obviously, we need to do some touching up, but it looks great already. Let's just skip to the next section of this video, which is installing a new loft ladder, which is quite needed because the ladder is impossible to use, and secondly, the hole is actually a little bit too small. Since we're installing the boiler in the loft, we need to get all the people who are coming to maintain it to have good access. There are lots of rules online about what you can and can't do when you're installing a boiler in the loft, but we've sort of ticked all the boxes. And hopefully with this ladder it's going to be even easier to access it all. Now we're left with a gaping hole in the ceiling. It's time to build the frame. Didn't get that actually on camera, but it's really straightforward. As for installing the actual ladder, it's a little bit trickier. You need 2 pair of hands and a bit of rope and hope for the best. Yeah, it's in. And I've got it as well. Yeah, I'm literally holding it, so it's a bit wobbly because obviously I can't keep it straight, but yeah. Yeah, it's good now. Very good. I mean, it's not perfectly flat, but you know what I mean.
I think it's your week. I think this is the time where you're going to bag it.
Yeah.
Your chance to win a full set of the win. Take away win.
And now it's time for the grand opening.
It's so good.
After all of that drama, all we had to do is cut the ladder to size, but that was nerve-wracking. Because if you take off a little bit too much, you might be in trouble.
So you have to step out? Yeah. Yeah? Oh.
Et voila, we have a loft ladder and it's holding me up, so I think we've done a good job.
This is my cue to say goodbye to you. In the next video, you'll be seeing what's underneath our concrete floor. We'll be digging some trenches to put a waste pipe so we can add a toilet downstairs. And I'll show you all the odd jobs around the house that we've been working on. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you next time.